I know for a fact you are going to have one awesome day today. You are going to drive every single one of our vehicles that we've got in the Jaguar and Land Rover range. You will be able to drive today, even an F-Type. The only vehicle that we can't let you drive or don't have one is the Range Rover Vogue, but we do have one on the floor, so please feel free, go and have a look at it and experience that car.
I'm also an alumni of the school. I did my executive MBA at the school, and I am working very hard to create a narrative that says women are human beings before are women. So we should be engaged initially as human beings and not a less than category. So to have an opportunity to engage with a woman who I think is reinforcing that narrative of, as women we can absolutely do anything, I thought it was great for me to take part in this morning's proceedings.
Jaguar and Rover and Nedbank, the partnership is a powerful partnership. It's an unusual partnership, I have to say, because people think, how on earth does a luxury brand as Jaguar Land Rover partner with a university that's a place of learning, where activism is high, and a lot of people wouldn't want to partner with a luxury brand. And I'll talk a little bit to that, to what happens when you bring people from different backgrounds and they commit themselves to one cause. But I wanted to say thank you for making it possible, for us to connect with the alumni, to connect with the women, because it's Women's Month. Connecting with the alumni is key, because the alumni, in fact, they are a living brand. They leave the university after graduation, but they continue with the name of the university when we're not there and they are not on campus. If they meet anyone who doesn't know the university, the person just needs to talk to them and they'll get a sense of what the university is about. And so our alumni give us a good name. They give us a good name through the work that they do. If you do excellent work as an alumni, people attribute it to us. And that's why my view is that the alumni is one of the key constituencies of our university. If people want to see what our values are, they look at our graduates and they say, wow, they produce good students. When they say we are great, it's not only because of our research, it's because of our alumni. So thank you, all of you. We've been this year named as the top university on the continent on all rankings, all of them. We are #1. And it's not only because of the academics. Of course, the academics do a great job, our past staff members do a great job, but it's also because of the name that you give us as the alumni. So thank you very much for being here. Of course, it's Women's Month because of what happened on the 9th of August 1956, where women of all races, women of all classes, cultures, religions, if you like, came together to march to the president's office in Pretoria. At the time, the president was J.G. Strydom. And the march was to protest the introduction of apartheid pass laws for black women. And here's the point. You had a group of diverse women. White women, this law was not going to affect them, but they joined hands with black women, Indian women, colored women, to go to the president of the country at that time to say, this cannot happen. It was a powerful moment. It was a moment of courage, a moment of boldness. If you think about it, the difference between these women wasn't only because of their race. It wasn't the only difference. It wasn't the only thing that differentiated them. I'm sure they came from different classes. I'm sure some of them walked out of their posh houses. I'm sure some of them did that after taking, actually I checked, it was a Thursday, so school was on. They probably had just taken their children to a whites-only school that was resourced, that was going well with good teachers, and they moved from there and they went to join fellow women to march against apartheid laws for them. So even today, that kind of coming together is important. Even if we come from different backgrounds, whether it's class, whether it's religion, whether it's race or culture, it is still important to recognize the power of diverse people coming together on a cause. I'm emphasizing this because we're partnering with Jaguar, and some people will say, but it's August. And August the 9th, 1956 happened because people were marching against a system which in many ways was supported by capitalists. But here it is. The system that was supported by capitalists can still be brought down by people who enjoy the benefits of capitalism, or whatever you call capitalism to be. And some of us walked out of our houses, even this morning. We drove nice cars, we got out of our warm houses, and we are here not only to celebrate women and to recognize what happened in 1956, but I want to say to you, we also came here because we as UCT want to share with you the burden that we carry as privileged women in leadership at UCT. The burden that we carry that's similar to the women of 1956 who carried a burden, who said, this law won't affect us, but it is not okay that it affects other women. It won't affect us, but it is not okay that it affects other women. And we are saying, as the 4 women at UCT, Professor Liz Lange, Professor Loretta Ferris, and Professor Sue Harrison, and myself, the 4 of us are saying, it is not okay that we lead the top university on the continent, and yet women remain a minority in the hierarchy at UCT. In the number of professors that are there at UCT, in the number of rated scientists at UCT, we are saying it is not okay. And we thought the best way to do this is to do what the women of 1956 did, to call other women who are as privileged as we are and say to you, can you join us in changing what we see on the ground?
So Women's Day is always super busy for particularly women in leadership positions. And I got the invitation to this event and it was something different. I think the experience to be able to drive luxury cars and then have breakfast at a really beautiful setting, but also spend some time with the Vice Chancellor was pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and one that's very difficult to say no to.
It's been an awesome experience. The driving was really cool. It was a really great overlook of, I think, the Constantia area, which was really great. And yeah, everyone's just been really accommodating and amazing.
So I would invite all ladies, if you have the opportunity, grab it. I think it's a great forum to showcase who we are and what women should be doing. And actually, Jaguar and the University of Cape Town have given us a platform to lift ourselves as women, because for me, Jaguar is always inspirational. So it's good to actually work with the university and have this opportunity. So I'll invite any woman, if you have this opportunity, grab it.